This is gonna be such a big brain play. Hey everybody, welcome back. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Today we're playing Rakdos Sacrifice. This deck went 10-1 in the Mythic Point Championship, so it is no joke. We're going to talk about the deck list, break down some strategy, get into some gameplay footage, then come full circle with some closing thoughts. So with that all being said, thank you again for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you're looking to support the channel. You can also go ahead and open a playlist when you're done watching this video and just let her play while you go to work. You know what I mean? All right, guys, let's get into it. So the deck starts out with 4 Culdrean Familiars. Now I know what you're thinking, they already exited this video. Hold on, you guys, this is a fun deck, even though it's got the Cancer Cat in it. Culdrean Familiar, it's a 1/1 cat. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Sacrifice a food, return Culdrean Familiar from your graveyard to the battlefield. We all know this. 4 copies of Claim the Firstborn. Gains control of target creature with converted mana cost 3 or less until end of turn. Untap it, it gains haste until end of turn, which is Oven times 4. You can tap it, sacrifice a creature, create a food token. If the sacrificed creature's power was 4 or greater, create 2 food tokens instead. His toughness, sorry, not his power. Mere Trident. This is our first 2-drop. It's a 2/1 with Death Touch, and when it enters the battlefield, put the top 2 cards of your library into the graveyard and you gain 2 life. Priest of the Forgotten Gods. We have 4 copies of this as well. You can tap it, sacrifice 2 of the creatures. Any number of target players each lose 2 life, and sacrifice a creature. You add 2 swamps and you draw a card, and then the creature, of course, is a 1/2. So this is really nice to get rid of, say, a Dream Trawler, because you can't target it, but if that's his only creature, you can make him sacrifice it, which is a lot of fun. Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. This is our favorite card of the deck. 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless it escaped. When it enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. The escape cost is 4 plus exiling 5 cards from your graveyard. Midnight Reaper is our first 3-drop. We only have 3 copies of this. It's a 3/2 zombie knight, and whenever another non-token creature you control dies, Midnight Reaper deals 1 damage to you and you draw a card. It's not another, it's whenever a non-token, another or an other would signify that when he died, you wouldn't draw, but that's very much not the case. When Midnight Reaper dies, you will still draw a card. Wolfstrider, this is another 3/2, however, a little bit different to Midnight Reaper, because when Wolfstrider enters the battlefield, create a 0/1 white goat creature token, and you can sacrifice another creature at any time without tapping it. That's amazing. To scry 1, very, very cool. The escape cost is 5. You can exile 4 other cards from your graveyard to pay this as well. And then Wolfstrider escapes with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. We have 4 copies of Mayhem Devil. Ties the whole deck together really well. It's a 3/3, and whenever a player sacrifices a permanent, Mayhem Devil deals 1 damage to any target. Tamarat, Calls the Dead. This is a 3-drop Enchantment Saga. Turn 1 and turn 2 are the same. Put the top 3 cards of your library into the graveyard. Then you may exile a creature enchantment card from your graveyard. If you do, create a 2/2 black zombie creature token. And then the 3rd turn, you gain X life and scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. Getting onto the land here, we have 2 Castle Lochthwains, 6 Swamps, 4 Mountains, 4 Blood Crypts, 4 Temple of Malice, and 4 Fabled Passages. We have a pretty groovy Discord. We do have a groovy Discord that you guys should get in as well. But we've got a pretty good sideboard, is what I meant to say. 4 Agonizing Remorse, 2 Epic Downfall, 2 Scorching Dragonfires, 2 Farka's Liberation, 3 Act of Treason, and 2 Massacre Girls. You have to pardon my head's in the way of the list, but don't worry. The deck list is in the description below. We both have it for you to copy and paste, and then you can also go into Aether Hub if you want to view it there. So, with that all being said, let's get into some of the strategy. So the general strategy in this Rakdos Sacrifice deck is pretty basic, right? Get the cat out, get the oven out. That's your primary goal. Secondary goal is get Mayhem Devil out. And if you want to be extremely oppressive, get Kroxa in the mix, right? If you don't have the cat, drop your Kroxa. A really cool thing you can do, you guys. Turn 1, Witch's Oven. Turn 2, put your Kroxa down. You go in full control. And then once the triggers from Kroxa pop up, you tap your oven to sacrifice your Kroxa with your oven. Now you get 2 food tokens because he's going to sacrifice himself anyways. Right? So it's like getting 2 free food, which is incredibly powerful, especially when we're rocking cats and Mayhem Devils, when we're going to just sacrifice those foods later on. Another pro tip is you sacrifice Fabled Passage. That's going to trigger our Mayhem Devil as well. Other than that, claim the Firstborn on their creatures, and then you sack them with your Oven or your Priest of the Forgotten Gods. Tamarat helps us get cards from our library into the graveyard. So does Mere Trident, which allows us to escape Kroxa quicker, which, believe it or not, is a key component to winning because it takes a while just to chip down, especially if you don't have a Mayhem Devil with the cat. But if you get 6/6 on the field, that's going to deal 3 damage every time he attacks. That adds up quickly, you guys. So that's the general strategy. We move on to the sideboard a little bit. Agonizing Remorse, if there's anything that you can't deal with, right? You just want to absolutely get that out of their hand, or if it's an escape card, you want to have it not escape, you can exile it from the graveyard. Epic Downfall, again, if it's an escape creature, you just want to deal with it once and for all, or you're worried about Elspeth Conquered's death bringing the creature back, you can exile it instead. Same as Scorching Dragonfire. We have Epic Downfall for the bigger creatures and then Scorching Dragonfire for the smaller creatures. Phark's Liberation, again, the sacrifice a creature is really good for, say, a Dream Trawler, and then sacrifice an enchantment is also really good for, say, a Fire Stack. Act of Treason. This is similar to Claim the Firstborn, but if he doesn't have any low 3 converted mana cost creatures, we want to use Act of Treason instead, because now we can get his 4 and his 5 drop creatures and basically do the same thing. And of course, Massacre Girl is our cleanup. If things get out of control and we just want to restart, we toss out Massacre Girl, and that's going to be good enough. So again, the sideboard really depends on what match you're going into, but distinguish what deck your opponent is playing, and obviously when you get to sideboard, you're going to know exactly what he's playing. Click the View Battlefield button in the top right, and then refamiliarize yourself with all the cards he played, and then try to beat those specific cards that he played, or the cards that you know are in his deck that are going to be big threats that you've not seen. So that's the general strategy, you guys. We want the Oven, we want the cat. That Oven is 4 times more important than the cat. You can have 1 cat and 4 ovens and still rock it. Kroxa is really nice. Midnight Reaper is our draw engine. Mayhem Devil is gas on the fire. Mere Trident and Tamarat Claw's Death helps us get our Kroxa out again, which is really great. Priest of the Forgotten Gods is really nice for removal. I don't know what else I can say, you guys. Let's get into the gameplay footage. But before we do, a quick reminder to enter our monthly Brawl tournament, you guys. It is free to enter with cash prizes. Link in the description below. If you're more of a free-to-play person and this deck is looking a little heavy with mythics and rares, don't worry, we've got you covered there as well. We have not only a beginner's handbook with all of the information that you're going to need as a new Magic Gathering Arena player, but it's going to have a lot of free-to-play deck lists in it as well, so you're still able to compete with the meta without spending all of your wildcards, you guys. So with that all being said, we're live every single morning, 6 a.m. PST on Twitch, and you can jump in the Discord if you're looking to continue this conversation there. Maybe you have some recommendations, some questions, anything like that. I'd love for you to reach out and talk with you. I'd be super appreciative of that fact. So let's get into the gameplay footage. Alrighty, you guys. This deck really comes down to just playing Kroxa as many times as possible in one match. Kind of like Earl. Normally a great hand, but I don't think it's going to work for this situation. Let's toss, claim the Firstborn, write off the lands. Ideally, we like to play our Witch's Oven on turn 1, then our Kroxa turn 2, but this will be okay. Cat hair on my tongue, you guys. Questing Beast. There we go. Pardon me. We did pull a secondary Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger here. The only bad thing is Edgewall Innkeeper just pushes out a lot of value. Right? Tosses the land. Understandable. And now a Lucky Clover, ouch. So no matter what he does next turn, he's getting value from that. Another land. Maybe we can stifle him in his land draws. We're sacking it now just to ensure that we can drop our Mayhem Devil next turn. Ideally, we'd have liked to draw a land, play our Devil, sacrifice Fabled Passage, kill his Innkeeper, but we're gonna have to do our best. He does get the draw, sucks. Hopefully we draw a land, we can Devil, claim the Firstborn, sack his Innkeeper. Ooh, Questing Beast. Ouch. So we get rid of the Innkeeper. Questing Beast is still something that needs to be dealt with. We have 4 land available. Just start. We can get our Kroxa out to defend against this Questing Beast. That would be nice. Losing another Mayhem Devil here, probably. Putting it into exile sucks. If we draw a land, we can play our Kroxa. Really? And he did just go for the discard, or sorry, the exile on one of our Kroxas. Down to 11. Getting a couple damage in here with our Mayhem Devil. Then he has to sack his Questing Beast. We go up to 3, which is quite nice. I say we just push another Devil out. Murderous Rider, and he gets to double that up. Losing 4 life though here, that's the only downside. But again, he would have lost 4 anyways with us attacking. Kroxa should end the game here, dealing 3 damage to him. Good game, and let's move into the sideboard, you guys. So we were playing against Golgari Adventure. So we are taking Scorching Dragonfire in our sideboard here, just to exile his Edgewall Innkeeper. We kind of also want to flirt with Massacre Girl if things get out of control. Right? That's a nice, like, backup plan, you know what I mean? And then let's drop probably a Woe Strider. Even though that's very, very good. Yeah, let's drop a Woe Strider. Kind of keeping the same strategy involved, but just doing a slight adjustment. And we do have to remember our opponent's going to be adjusting his game plan to tackle us more efficiently as well. So I think this will actually work out pretty good. He shouldn't have anything to kill us for 2. So we should be able to get an attack in with our cat, hopefully here. Taking our Mayhem, Devil Aura, Witch's Oven. Let's get our Priest on the field. Pushing our Devil out next turn, unless we need to remove something. Another Witch's Oven comes out. Two great cards. We self-mill, that sucks, but let's hit for 2. Black Lance Paragon. Gonna give himself lifelink, so he'll go back up to 20, down to 19. His call. Taking our Priest is a good call. He does need to watch out for our Mayhem Devil. We have 3 in the graveyard. Ooh, taking our Kroxa from our graveyard here. Ouch. No. He takes the Devil. That's actually probably a good play. Let's take our cat out here. Ending our turn, standing still, which sucks. I'd like to claim Firstborn his Love-Struck Beast, you know what I mean? Ooh, he goes Questing Beast instead. Ouch. That's a little harder to deal with, you guys. We can't even block it. No attacks, ending our turn. Getting pushed up against the fence here. Just pushing our luck. Let's take the scry. It's not the worst. terrible position. Let's fizzle his rider. He's got no target, so it goes to the graveyard. Hopefully we can get this Love-Struck Beast in play. I wish I could block this. This is not a good match for us, you guys. This Questing Beast is walking all over us. Let's see if he blocks one. He should. He's not gonna. He knows we've got Scorching Dragonfire. Oh, oops. We were gonna sack that. I didn't realize. That's my bad. Really? Ouch. So he's gonna have to block that. He has to block it. That's a clean trade. Down to 4. He does have the Great Henge on the field, though, you guys. Hopefully holding land. Oh my gosh. Nice. Hopefully he whiffs here, draws a land. If he continues to draw creatures, that's going to be very hard on us. What a world. The Great Henge, you guys. Unbelievable power. We need a land in a very big way. It's our last turn. We're just going full control here. I don't think it's going to work. Submitting 5. I think we do get it. Oh, we just misplayed with the oven. We should have kept the oven for a cat. I think we still get it. Woof. That is what you want to do with Kroxa normally. In this situation, I think we would have kept the oven for the cat, though. But regardless, we're going to take the win, you guys. And that is some serious power. All right, let's see if we can repeat that process. Maybe get a little bit quicker at it. Nonetheless, 2 wins in a row is nice. Which is oven. That's nice. Scry 1 is nice as well. If the start opponent goes first. Don't really care for that. I guess we'll keep it in. Excuse me, see where this gets us. Mayhem Devil off the top is not bad. Land can stay. Well, there goes our Witch's Oven. Good old Thought Erasure. What a wonderful card. Mayhem Devil is a pretty big threat. Midnight Reaper is a pretty big threat. Witch's Oven is a pretty big threat. Decides to go against my draw engine. A secondary Mayhem Devil. And we have an Oven. If we can pull a cat, or just rock our Woe Strider, claim the Firstborn. I could get down with this. Okay, Teferi, fine. We just pulled a cat. That's awesome. Ending our turn, we can sack our Mire Trident to get our cat in play.
No, I am not making this up as I go.
Let's kill the Teferi, try to pull out his Shattered Sky, which we were able to. Whatever. Doesn't necessarily hurt our feelings too much. We can hit Teferi for 3 unless he deals with our Woe Strider. And he's not doing it, so Teferi's gone. That's great. Oh, maybe it is. No, Omen of the Sea, we're good. Losing life here. He needs to find Doom Foretold, which I'm assuming is in his hand. Let's end our turn here. We'll do the Witch's Oven Sacrifice on the goat if we need to, real time. Archon of Sun's Grace, you guys. Oh my god. We can't claim that. It's above 3. What we need is a Priest of the Forgotten Gods, so we can make him sacrifice it. And again, he's going to have it on the field for a turn, which means other enchantments. This is gonna be such a big brain play. Killing his Archon here. That's huge damage thanks to these Mayhem Devils. Let's get the attack in here. Ending our turn. When we play our cat, sacking our food. Nice. So he's losing life here. Down to 8. I think we could push him if we're really good at this. Right? 2 more up top. The cat will do a 3rd. Our Fabled Passage will also do 2. So we are just rolling in the damage there, you guys. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. How do we beat Esper Control? Uh-oh. In our sideboard. We can make him sacrifice the creature. Claim the Firstborn is a absolute dud in this matchup. We're taking Agonizing Remorse to try to get his Dream Trawler. If we lose this match, we'll sideboard in 2 more just to make it a little heavier. Screw it, we'll take 3. That's pretty heavy. The thing is, he doesn't have very many Dream Trawlers, and they don't hit the field very early, so I think we can get away with just running 2 to 3 of them. And then we can get there eventually. We have a Priest here. Two Evans plus a cat is very nice. Sacking our cats, you guys know the deal. It's quite a fun time. Ending our turn here, putting a stop on his end step. Can we escape a Cry of the Carnarium? See what he gets off the top. Thief of Sanity is a very good card, you guys. He gets to look at 3, choose 1. Okay, Oath of Kaya. Targeting our Priest. Now we get to cycle 1 of our cats this time only. We get the attack in here as well, down to 12, which is nice. Looking for that Mayhem Devil, boys. Put some gas on this fire. 2 lands out of the way. I appreciate that. He's got 2 of our cards up top. Aha, a secondary Thief of Sanity. Loving it. Getting these cats baked into pies. Probably the worst way to win a game of Magic, but it's very powerful. Such a great budget combo as well. Pretty sure he would have been dead if we had the Mayhem Devil out already. So this is pretty cool. We go in full control. Kroxa comes out, auto pay, resolve, and we're actually going to go here and sacrifice him on the side. So he's got to sack a creature. We're sacking a cat. We have the spare pie, so that's totally fine. And with that, that's a good game. He cannot handle it, you guys. Disgusting. Woof. That was our Rakdos Sacrifice Kroxa Virus deck, you guys. A reminder that it went 10-1 in the Mythic Point Championship that we just had pass. It is an absolute house of a deck. You should have no problems rocking this. Obviously, it is a little heavy with rares. We have the Priest, we have Kroxa, we have Midnight Reaper, Welsh Rider, and Tamara Calls Death, Fabled Passage, and a couple more lands. But there have been heavier based wildcard decks like Jessica Fires. So this is a very powerful deck. If you've got maybe a base build and you're getting close to it, let us know. We can try to fill it in for you. Ugh. I'm rambling, you guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you who stick around this long. If you want to help the channel grow, share it to a friend. Open up a playlist. Let that play while you go out of the house shopping or to work. That'll just help get my view time up and my engagement, and YouTube will love that and push me to more people, which is the main goal, to expand my audience. Thanks again, you guys. I'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Take care. If you liked today's video, be sure to check out some of our other content. We built playlists for our guides for beginners, and then we also have our greatest hits, which is a collection of our most popular videos. You can also subscribe if you're interested in winning up to 500,000 gems. So do that, tap that like button, send this out to a friend who you think might be interested in it as well, and have a great day.